My name is Dr. Ann O'Sullivan and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to tell you why I will never ever not take this supplement. A little backstory. 2011, so that would be almost 10, 11 years ago, I was introduced to this product just quite by accident because my family members were quite sick. Actually, my sister as well as my father were quite sick with different conditions. And both of them started taking this amazing product from Korea at different times, and both of them got incredible results. And considering my dad was in his mid-70s with severe heart conditions and had suffered his third stroke, and my sister who had worked herself to the ground where her immune system was so low and depressed that she had a severe infection and cysts that were not clearing up. Within weeks, this product helped her heal. And that is just amazing. And so once I found out the powerful effects of this product, I started to use it on my patients, especially the ones that had resistant to other types of treatment that I was giving them. Yes, they got better, but not as well as I hoped they would. And they were, again, just like my sister and my father, got incredible results with their health conditions very, very quickly. And I was shocked at how fast they recovered. And so I thought, I've got to figure out what the heck this is. It's nothing like I've ever used before with my patients, and I've used hundreds of different supplements from herbs, Chinese herbs, European herbs, homeopathic remedies, nutraceuticals, a combination of all of those things, plus acupuncture and laser therapies, etc. Nothing compared to the kind of results that my patients and my family were getting with this particular product. So then it got me thinking, what's it going to do for me? And I thought, I'm the healthiest person I know. That was 11 years ago, almost 11 years ago. And I took my own advice because when I find new information that's going to help me get healthy or stay healthy, I make sure that I incorporate into my routine because that way also too I can advise my patients. It's tough to advise somebody to do something when you're not doing it yourself if you need to. So back then I was 49. I am currently 59 years old and I'll be 60 come October. So, and I'm actually quite looking forward to it. But one of the things looking back, because this has been a part of my life for over 10 years, from age 49 to now, is that this is the fountain of youth. A lot of women my age, they're looking because time keeps ticking and it's ticking faster, and they are in search of anything and everything that would help slow down the aging process. And I found it. This is the key. The reason being is that this particular product helps you with the blood. And the blood is staff of life. So when I saw all of these amazing results with my family and my patients very quickly and how they're able to reverse a lot of their conditions, I started doing really deep dive research into how this worked. And I was shocked at the technology that was developed for this particular product. I'm not going to go into all of the nitty-gritty technical issues, but what it's done for me, as I said, I was the healthiest person I knew. I didn't have any health conditions, and to my mind, I was the healthiest person. But I did know with my research that it would prevent cancer. And that's one thing I can't do a lot about. I do my best to eat the right foods, exercise, take all my supplements, my antioxidants, vitamins, homeopathic remedies to prevent conditions, but that's about all I can do. So when I heard this was an amazing anti-cancer remedy, I said, okay, I'm going to take it for prevention. I didn't really expect any changes because I was, in my mind, the healthiest I was going to be. So the first 2 or 3 weeks I took it. I took it as recommended, 2 pouches, because these are all pouches like this of liquid. Didn't taste really that great, but within a couple of weeks I got pretty much used to it, and I could just suck it back, on its own. In the beginning, I kind of, you know, mixed it with some water and some juice, but after a while, I didn't taste it. So I just took it regularly, 2 a day, one in the morning, one in mid-afternoon or before dinner. And first 2 or 3 weeks, I really didn't feel anything. But by the end of the third week, I was shocked at what had happened. 3 things happened that I need to tell you about, because this is coming from somebody who was very healthy. I had good energy, so I thought, and my health profile in my mind was top. So one day, one of the things that I need to give you the backstory is that I've always had issues with hypoglycemia. I didn't know when I was a kid what that was called, but ever since I was young, I needed to eat regularly. If I didn't, I would feel a strange sensation, and I would get very, very tired, or I would get very, very irritable. And I can remember, even as a child, that I would always make sure that there was food around. So I solved this problem by making sure I had some food, whether it's nuts or some candy bars or whatever, in my purse at all times. So if I got stuck somewhere and I could feel this coming on, I would just have something to eat, and I would feel better. As I went through school, I realized that that was a sign of hypoglycemia, which is actually precursor to diabetes. And looking back, my dad had severe diabetes, which caused severe heart disease, and that was basically the causes of his strokes as he got older. So I was headed that direction, but I was managing it with my diet. So one time, about three weeks after I started taking this, I went into my clinic, and it was a major emergency, and I was go on the run for the whole day till about 4 o'clock in the morning. Then I realized, hey, wait a minute, I hadn't eaten anything, because I would have to eat almost every 2 hours something. I'd have my 3 meals, but then I'd have snacks in between, or else I would notice that drop in my energy level. And I realized I had gone all day without eating. At 4 o'clock, I sat down and went, my goodness, I'm kind of hungry, but I don't feel like I'm going to faint or basically bite somebody's head off. And ever since then, I do not need to eat every 2 hours. Sometimes now I can do a 24-hour, 48-hour fast. I now do intermittent fasting, meaning I don't eat anything till around 2 o'clock, and I have my meals within an 8-hour period. And it's amazing that I do not have the drops and the up and down of my blood sugar. So it's actually regulating my blood sugar so that I don't have to worry about becoming a diabetic as I get older. Second thing that happened was I've been riding horses since I was in my mid to late 30s, and I became, my main sport was fox hunting, which means that we go out, it's an all-day affair. Go to the barn, get my horse ready, trailer her to an area that we meet at. We might ride close to 4 hours. Sometimes it's 5 hours. It's very demanding physically. And then we come back and we have lunch, and then take the horse back to the barn and clean her up, etc. And by the time I come home, starting right early in the morning, back home around 4 or 5 o'clock. It's a full day affair. I am exhausted at the end of the day. I had a great time, but I'm exhausted. But it's the next day that I have issues. Next day, I feel like I've been hit by a Mack truck. I'm stiff, I'm sore, and it takes usually a couple of days for me to recover. And it's especially worse if I have a horse that wouldn't behave and she or he is pulling, then I'm physically drained. And then I would go and do it again, because during the season, the sport season, I might be out for 2 hours, twice a week. And so it was just the price I paid to do my sport. But after a month of taking this, the day of, instead of taking 2, I would take 3. And the next day I wake up, it's as if I never rode. I don't have the stiffness, I don't have the soreness, I have energy. And now I know why my patients with arthritis and inflammation were getting such amazing results, because it was actually preventing the swelling from occurring so that the next day I wouldn't be stiff and sore. So ever since then now, sometimes I even forget if I've gone riding the next day because I can't remember, because sometimes we can't remember what we have for breakfast because I'm not stiff and sore. So that's been the last 10 years where I have had any of those side effects of riding. And I've had some injuries, and I've recovered so quickly from those injuries, falls, etc., that I am so grateful that I've had this. And during those times, I would take extra, and it would definitely speed up the healing because it would prevent the swelling from occurring, and so the healing would take place faster. And the third thing was very, very important, is that ever since I was a kid, I was a very light sleeper. Any little bit of noise would wake me up. I would usually wake up a couple times a night, and so I needed to sleep at least 7 to 7.5 hours of sleep each day, or else I really wouldn't function very well the next day. And so again, I changed my lifestyle for that. So I didn't start working till 9 o'clock, because if I get up at 7 or 7:30, I needed time to start with 9. But about a month after starting this on a regular schedule of 2 a day, one day I woke up at 5 in the morning. It was pitch black, and I thought maybe the lights had gone out. But I felt like I had the best sleep ever, and I slept right through the night. I'd gone to bed at 12 o'clock at midnight because I can't go to bed earlier than that. I have too much to do. So I went to bed at 12, and I don't remember falling asleep, but I woke up at 5 a.m. straight through, and I woke up and I had the best sleep, and I felt terrific, and I had lots of energy, and I didn't need to go back to bed, go back to sleep and press the snooze button. I didn't even need an alarm. So since then, for the last 10, 11 years, I only need 4.5 to 5 hours of sleep a night. Whereas previously I needed at least 7 to 7.5 hours just to feel normal. But now I'm energetic like this until I go to bed. So those 3 significant things that's happened to me, and I was already healthy in my mind. So that's totally changed my life, and it's been now over 10 years since I've been using this product. And the last thing that's made a huge difference is it has stopped my aging. I mean, I kid you not, I feel and look better than I did in my 30s. My skin has not aged. I don't have any wrinkles. I don't have any discoloration. It's actually removed a lot of problems that I had with my skin, because I used to have problems with dark spots, etc. Now, that is a combination of the Atomy skincare line on top, but the HemoHim, because it works with my blood, it works to detoxify all my cells. And if every cell in your body that replaces one that just died is healthier than the one that just passed away, then you are technically getting younger. So I am 10 years older now than in 2011. This is 2020, actually 11 years older, and yet I feel amazing. So for those of you who are worried about getting older or looking older and feeling more tired, etc., this has got to be the best supplement you're ever going to take. I urge you to try it for 1 month. You will know a difference within 1 month, because it works so fast. It is so concentrated. I call it herbs on steroids, because it works so amazingly well. It will work with your whole system. It helps to, if you're anemic and you're tired, it will help correct that. If you have skin issues, it will help correct that. If you have hormonal imbalances, it will help correct that. If you have trouble sleeping, it will correct that. If you have trouble with your digestion, it will help correct that. It's amazing what it can do. If you're depressed or anxious, it will help regulate your stress hormones. It's incredible. So I will never not stop taking this. So I urge you to give it a try and see what it does.